Hi, my name is Nico Tortorella.
And I'm Bethany Meyers.
We live in New York City. I am an actor, an author, kind of do a little bit of everything, a lot of bit of everything, and a lot of bit of nothing all at the same time. And you?
And, we're married.
We are married.
And I'm the CEO and founder of the be.come project, which is an online fitness app, subscription-based service with the premise of body acceptance, body neutrality, and working out, not necessarily to lose weight, but rather to feel good about ourselves. I often say movement is medicine, which has taken on a whole new meaning here after getting to explore the medicine here.
We do a lot of work in the fields of social justice, and LGBTQ community is very near and dear to our heart, and just identity politics in general, and why we are the way that we are, and what it means.
We're both queer. We're both identify as non-binary, and we love and respect that field and that place, and we hope to be able to help other people in that same place.
So I met Dan and Melissa at Pulse a few years ago, and Angelita, actually. And it was the day that Trump got elected that I decided to book a trip to go do ayahuasca. I have known about it since I was a little kid and have always wanted to do it. And it just seemed like the perfect time. And I jumped on my phone. Within 10 minutes, I found the only place that had space the week that I was trying to go, and went the following week. And really fell in love with their work, the way that they honored Bishop Ibo tradition, and the plant medicine, and the space, the way that the space was held. And Melissa and I had an immediate connection, and Dan and I had some pretty eye-opening conversations at the end of my retreat. The next year, Dan and I stayed in touch a bunch, and the next year I knew that I wanted to bring Bethany back to Peru. I reached out to Dan and Melissa, and they had left Pulse, right? Dan had sold Pulse. So we went to a different place in Peru, had an amazing experience, but this time around, this place was open, and I knew I wanted to come back.
I think in in my last experience when we went to Peru together or somewhere else, I was really wanting, a little more amenities, I suppose, for lack of a better word.
The jungle doesn't have too many amenities.
The jungle was really rough, and I definitely had a hard time, and it was beautiful. There's nothing against that experience, but I knew in coming back this time I wanted something different. And when Nico showed me the Soltara website, I was like, this is exactly where we need to be.
Yeah.
And then in coming here, that feeling has grown even more, because it's such a great mix of connection between the earth, the ground, the medicine, the tradition, as well as still the water, as well as still being able to have a toilet in the bathroom, and really chef-inspired food that still follows the diet. And it's just like kind of an easier way in. And I feel like because of that, I was really able to ground myself a little bit more and almost I don't want to say get more out of it, but it was a different way. There was like less of other things that I had to worry about.
I used this word yesterday, and it keeps popping into my head. This is just a user-friendly experience here at Soltara.
Absolutely. The diet can be really challenging. As someone who I speak very openly about a history of past eating disorders, and I have to be careful when I'm looking at food restrictions. And one thing that made me feel so comfortable here is that all of the staff and facilitators were really open to hearing that, and then open to finding ways to help me navigate through. And when I got to the food, there was just so much love put into the food. And even though there's less salt and there's less sugar and there's not cheese and all these things that we love, it was still very filling and nourishing in a way that I felt like I could give my body what it needed and not fall into a mental place of restriction and, these things that often happen for me. So I'm super, super grateful for that.
I think it doesn't matter how many times you've drank ayahuasca, every time is new and somewhat nerve-wracking, right? And I think that what Soltara does a really great job of is introducing or reintroducing the medicine back into your body in a really gentle way. With our first dose, the diagnostic run was really special. It was important. It just eased me back in such a caring, nurturing way.
Yeah.
That I don't know that other places do. I mean, not the other place that we went to.
Yeah.
At all. And I mean, the shamans, the maestros. I mean, I specifically wanted Bethany to meet Angelita. The second I knew that she was here, I was like, we have to go meet Angelita. And the two of them formed such an incredible bond while we've been here. There's just so much love in this tradition. And at this center, it's really honored.
Yeah, and I think another thing that I really enjoyed this time is there's a lot of sessions and breakout talks that we have, and a lot of talk about integration, so moving back into the world, and about like ayahuasca itself as a spirit and as a medicine, and I just learned a lot. I learned a lot here, and I think having all of that knowledge really shifted something for me. And I feel like going back now, there will be even more that I can carry with me, just simply because of how much we learned and how everyone just treats it it's so sacred, It's really special.
And the team is big here.
Yeah.
It's substantial, the amount of people that are actually here facilitating the entire experience, not just the medicine work. Like, there are people at all different levels for whatever you need, I didn't feel like there was one question that I had here ever that couldn't be answered.
Right.
Which is really important in this work.
Yeah.
And the people that really make it their lives to help facilitate that are really special. And I think that there's an incredible team of people here. Yeah. So thank you.
I'm pretty sure I referred to everyone as angels all week long. I mean, it was like literal angels that come in, specifically during ceremony. If you're struggling or whatever it may be, there was just so much compassion and love. And it's really important. Like, safety was really important for me. And I just consistently felt safe and well taken care of. And that is really valuable.
And the ocean. For real.
It's right there.
Like, the fact that we can hear the waves in ceremony.
Yeah.
It's so powerful. I just want to say, like, for anyone that's thinking about coming and doing the work, there are people to support you, there are people that are here to help you. And you're not doing any of this work alone. And Soltara means to let go, to release, and I think that the family here really catches you when you do.